Welcome to the Activity Call Live. Please welcome your host from Jacksonville, Florida, Andy Riddle.
We got a new voice today. What's up, guys? Woo! They're lying, Terry. I'm not in Jacksonville.
Where you at, though?
I'm in La Jolla, California.
Oh, that's right. You on the West Coast?
Yeah.
It's chilly over here on the East Coast, brother, in North Carolina.
It is here, too, in South Carolina.
I was freezing here last night.
I went to bed. I had lakefront. I woke up this morning. It looks like the ocean. It's windy.
So, cool, guys. We're super excited to be on today. Get to hang out with you guys. Got some of my buddies joining us. 2 on here already. 2 more trying to get in now. So we will kick this off with a few things. But Terry, what'd you fired up about today?
And number one, I done stumbled across $3.5 million yesterday in a client's house. I'm pretty fired up about that. I'm also fired up.
Yeah.
All right, come on now. I'm also fired up, man, about the team, about what's going on with the Dream Factory. I'm excited what's going on in the Riddle hierarchy. I'm just fired up what's going on with the Alliance nationwide, man. We got massive momentum. A lot of people winning faster. People are becoming more unified. The vision is becoming clearer, and we're just excited about the future and what's possible, man. That's what I'm fired up about. I'm fired up about a little dude like me from Northeastern North Carolina has a shot at becoming a partner with integrity. And the cool part about it is, if you got a shot, why not take it? I'm excited about going all out in pursuit of that. You know what I'm saying?
So I know what you're saying. So like the pictures that Paul and Andy are posting, does it make you happy or mad?
I got FOMO. I'm fearing I'm missing out, baby.
Me too.
I want to be at that table, man.
Everyone's posting, that's awesome, that's that. I'm like, what the heck? That ain't awesome. I ain't there.
Yeah, good for them. Sucks for me.
Yeah, it'd be awesome if I was there. That's when it also would kick in.
Yeah, man. And one of the things that I'm really excited about too, Riddle, is bro, we got some killers on our team, man. The Riddle hierarchy is freaking stock, cocked, and loaded, baby. I mean, like this new wave, like Brian Rojas, bro, like every time he opens his mouth now, he has me sitting on the edge of my seat. And it's like to see that evolution take place and you get to witness it. And then you look at what's going on with Mike's group, Michelle and Steffi Rodriguez. It's like, oh my gosh, Jerry Burbage's team is kicking butt. Oh, and you can't forget about the Dream Factory, baby. We got some studettes. I'm still looking for a couple of studs, but right now I'll take the studettes that I got, to see, like last night, me and Mia was talking. And it was just like, I don't know, man. It's just like something clicked for her over the last 60 days. And the level of gratitude in which she's operating in and communicating in, her team is growing. I'm just fired up. Alana McCarter, oh my gosh, she is on fire. So, man, it's just so many great things going on. I could talk about it all day long, man, but we got some freaking winners on this team, not just on the Riddle team, but in the Alliance Nation, man. We got some good, solid people And that's what the world is looking for right now. They're looking for the good ones to stand up and say, I've had it with poverty. I've had it with mediocrity. I've just had it. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's where I feel like we are. And 2022 is shaking in its freaking boots, bro. Like they are seeing what we're doing like 2022 has already heard from 2021 how we have kicked its tail in spite of COVID, in spite of all these stimuluses, in spite of everything that took a lot of businesses out. We are still standing, baby. And we just ain't standing. We are wide open. We are while the world was getting scared, we stood up in our most courageous faith and have been fighting this good fight, man. And 2022, the foundation that we've laid in 2021, 2022 is going to be that year that we 5 and 10X. I already feel it. We are not comfortable in our growth in a pandemic. No, we're not comfortable. We know now that if we survive that, can't nothing hold us down. And with this team, Riddle, anything is possible. So I'm gonna get ready to shut up, but I'm gonna say this right here. This is a time right now for the true believers, the true faith fighters to stand up and pursue. We ain't standing by watching. We are actively engaged. We have engaged the enemy. We punched that joker in the mouth.
You woke him up, Terry.
Woo! Some people say it don't take all that, Riddle. But I say if you know all the hell that I got to go through, it take all that and some.
Well, since you lined this all up, I'm going to kick it to these leaderboards. Since we show all these winners that we're talking about all over the Alliance. So, Tia, if you could pull those up. I don't have my radio voice with me out here in San Diego, Terry, so you guys are going to have to deal with my voice.
But give them your sexy after 11 voice.
Well, it's 7 here. So, all right. So, total production issue paid. In 12th place, we have Evan Patzer. 11th place, Jeremico Edwards. Oh, Evan did $7,106. Jeremico did $7,822. In 10th place, we have Tad Peterson. Did $8,486. 9th place, Eric Peterson, $9,341. 8th place, George and Penny Wilson with $10,430. 7th place, Andy Logan with $10,453. In 6th place, we got Hutch Hutchinson with $10,938. In 5th, we have Jake and Veray Joseph with $11,258. In 4th place, we have Lenoris Washington with $13,897. In 3rd place, we have Megan Wood with $14,086. And in 2nd place, we have Jerry and Cassie Burbage. Jerry's on the call. Cassie ain't with us today. $15,888. And in 1st place, we have Ari Cheney with $16,944. Jerry, she beat you by like $1,000. What the heck? All right, total nudity sales issue paid. 12th, we have Jared Gonzalez with $150. 11th, Katrina Gustafson with $300. 10th, Eric Young with $400. 9th place, we have Tyler Bott with $2,162. 8th, we have Dan Murdo at $4,656. In seventh, we have Blake Christian with $25,898. Oh, God. Karen Musel with $58,409. Fifth place, Todd Peterson with $59,062. In fourth, we have Jake and Veray with $96,840. Third place, we have George and Penny Wilson with $100,779. Second place, Ari Cheney, $154,391. And first place, we have Jerry and Cassie Burbage, $154,495. Terry, this week Jerry was texting me when that issued. He's like, "You're going to get one of those emails to prove me getting all my money." And I was like, "Those are the kind of emails I like to get. When you get a big paycheck and you say, yes, give it to them." Awesome. So
I know Cassie was grinning from ear to ear because that girl right there don't play.
Well, we were telling her it's kind of like the levels chart. There's a 50% rule. So we were telling her that. So 50% went to me and 50% went to Jerry. Cassie got none of it. So
I know Cassie is not having that. You better, if I were you, I would sleep with one eye open.
Well, I figured I'm on the West Coast, so I'm kind of safe. But Jerry, on the other hand, he went along with it. It didn't go well for him, I don't think, but he's still alive.
Bro, Cassie got people.
Cassie's got people.
I would not sleep.
All right. Total sales submitted this week in 15th place. My screen's not moving. Do you move, Terry? Oh, there it goes. 15th place. Elena Amendobi with $10,074. 14th place, Hutch Hutchinson with 10,000. You do 10,000 and you're only 15th. I'm like, what the heck? In a week. So Hutch Hutchinson with $10,242. Steve Memoratis with 12,000 even. Andy Logan with $13,397. Manly, Logan's showing up on every leaderboard I'm reading today, man. You got your guy there going. 11th place, Pam Moore with $13,758. 10th place, my buddy Tim Sipe with $14,023. 9th place, Rob Sarge Wilson with $14,708. 8th place, Jeremico Edwards with $14,828. 7th place, John Thorman with $18,000. 6th place, Thomas Murphy with $19,200. 5th place, Big Lou Abadi, $19,822. 4th place with Joseph Tu with $20,388. 3rd place, Tanya. I can't even forget this one for $21,597.
Tanya P.
Well, it's spelled out on my phone here, and it's like so. Tanya P with 21,000. All right, second place, Megan Wood with $25,361, and in first place, Kevin Lewis with $25,846. So, like out here, everyone last night was saying, "How do you beat Megan Wood?" Well, Kevin Lewis did it. You just got to rate 25,000 in a week to do it, apparently. So that's how you beat Megan Wood right there. Go rate 25,000. CVS top 3, Jeff and Kelly Turner with $1,823. This one just does have, it's Melinda O with $3,524. And in first place, Mercedes and Gustavo with $3,964. So, and then we got down to the top recruiters. Oh, shoot. In 12th place, tied for 11th place, we have Brian Lewis and David Wood, both with 1. We have a bunch of them with 2. We have Tyler V, Kyle Harry, and Nina Wilson, Jennifer Camacho Pena, Anna Ares, and Stephen Davies with 2, and Alexa Brown with 2. And then we got two of them with 3. We got Fitzgerald and my buddy Brandon and Ashley Beal. Beal took me out for sushi last night. Kept me out late. Second place, we have Diane Lampy with 4. And in first place, we have Jason and Olga Mathis with 6 recruits this week. So that's the leaderboards. It's so much easier when I'm in the office, Terry, and I got my radio voice, man, doing all those talking. I even called him this morning. He wasn't there. I was like, I need my radio voice. So, well, guys, it is super exciting to hang out with you guys this morning and get to do a call again. I got some of my buddies. What we want to talk about a little bit is just with the last 6 weeks we have of the year, how hard you should go to make it for the Alaskan cruise. And we're going to share some of the things some of the reasons why we think no matter what. Beal was talking some junk last night. So one of the ladies like, well, I only have 6 weeks left to do it. He's like, I did it in 4. You got plenty of time. You got 2 extra weeks. So he qualified in January. So he's like, you can do it. You got 6 weeks. That's plenty of time. But if to go for these trips, I want to just have these guys share a little bit of stories things that they've had go on in these trips and all over the world. Some of their moments, some of the things they've learned, some of the fun times they've had, and kind of just how good they are. You know, it's one of those things that's like, I know once you go, you won't miss another one. And if you do miss one, your spouse will make sure that will be the only one you miss ever again. So I'll kick it over. Derry, I know you got qualified for 2, but gone on 1 because of the COVID. But could you share a little bit, just since, you know, what you and Cassie, kind of what you guys got out of Aruba and just the whole thing? It's kind of like how much fun it was, but other things that you think have changed your business doing it, and just anything you think Cassie would kill you for if you didn't go on the next one. You know what I mean? I know you guys you good for Alaska and everything, but just in case, you know, for the next one, like next year.
Right. Yeah. So thanks for having us on here. I guess you consider that Forrester's trip was also a all expenses paid trip.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So technically, I guess 3. You know, we had the Forrester's trip. So quick tip on that is, you know, when Andy puts out these contests, that was, you know, what I use to help, you know, push more to win the trips. Because when you get in those small groups, like when we went to Canada, man, we got to eat. I've never eaten at what was that, like a 7-course meal? Something like that. Hanging out with, you know, Andy, president of Foresters, hanging out with Bruce, Riddle. Shoot, I don't even remember who was there. Just it was like just 12 of us, the top 12 of Foresters for that contest. Flew us up there. Got to take a tour of Foresters, meet all the underwriters. That was key. Got some phone numbers there that I've used a lot since then. And then won the other trip, but COVID didn't let us go. And then now we just got back from Aruba. All expenses paid, you know, cash deposited to us before we went. And just getting around people in a relaxed atmosphere where you can just have fun, sit on the beach, build relationships with people that you don't normally see. You know, it just asking those questions and getting those answers one-on-one. Hearing Andy, you know, sitting under Andy always says, I'm having fun while I'm working, and I'm working while I'm having fun. And just watching him do that, I think you made a comment that you know, the way he's always back and forth. He'll work for a minute, then he's having fun. Working, having fun. So he's always doing both. And there was one thing that stuck out to me. I think Terry was sitting there too. Andy was on the phone with this guy. That was a different time, Terry. Andy was on the phone with this guy, and they were talking about, you know, some different business things. And the guy was so focused on a specific method and he wasn't getting the outcome, which was, to get his freedom. And Stephen Davies popped up and said, hey, you can't be so method focused, and you got to be more outcome focused. So that taught me, hey, I need to be willing to open up to, if whatever we're doing ain't working, reach out to your upline and discuss some ideas on different ways you can continue to grow. Because whatever situation you're in, they've probably already gone through. And they probably know how to direct you out of it. And they're never going to tell you anything to hurt you, because we're all here to help each other. Everybody wants everybody to grow. And fun. Oh man, just getting up every day, going out to my wife loves the beach. Here she is now. She's ready. We don't go to the beach that often here because we don't have that beautiful blue water and sand that just falls right off of you. So we got up, we went to the beach. She got to build I'll let her talk about that, hang out with Jane and people other women she doesn't normally see. Tia, Tamara Roberts, Holly Davies, all those guys. It was just awesome. Going eating breakfast, spending time with her on the beach, eating breakfast on the beach, lunch on the beach, the ATV riding. Man, that was incredible. That was awesome. And just watching, guys still put in. We work while we have fun, and just building, the relationships with people all across the country, and just continuing to grow, getting more ideas, and it just rejuvenates you to come back and want to do more and bring other people. That's what I saw too. I was like, hey, I got to have somebody here and on the next trip. And so that's what I'm fired up about.
Yeah.
Bringing more people.
I know you're pushing for Caroline to make it and Fred to make the trip and stuff. And it's so much fun when you go on the trips, but when you have guys on your team to joining you on it, it just takes it to another level. So yeah, I know you're working there. So Cassie, what you build? I want to know what you built.
Oh my gosh. So Aruba was breathtaking. I can't even put into words how much, when Jerry and I got back, how much we grew just as leaders. I got to sit on the beach, not in an office, not in a conference room, but I got to sit on the beach with some of the star leaders that are helping push us, helping lead us. And I got to know people on a personal level that I don't get to do, at the conferences. We see them, we pass, we hug, we laugh, we, whatever. But to actually sit on the beach and just learn their families, they got to learn my family. You just can't put it into words how much that makes you feel when you come back, knowing that you now have a personal relationship with these people, that you have seen their names on, the TWC and seen them on the leaderboards, and to actually get to know them and love on them and them love on you. You can't, like I said, you can't put it into words. It was amazing. And I'm excited to get our team going into those levels so that they can get out and they can branch out and they can get around these leaders like we have. And I know, Big Mike, I know your face lit up to have your team there and to have those, those young folks with you, hanging out. I know that it made you feel good. And that's what we're looking for. And I'll tell you, Caroline is so close to Alaska that she can taste it like it's on her teeth, and she's going to get it. And the rest of them are too. Maybe not Alaska, but next year we will push to get them to the trips coming forward. So
you got Fred and Cassie are going to make Alaska too. I'm telling you.
Okay.
They got to do it.
Yep.
Man, I'm going to call.
Wes is right there also.
Yeah. All three of them need to go. They got 6 weeks. I'll tell you right now, they should call Brandon Beal and say, I don't have enough time to do it. Cause I'm telling you, last night, this was a brand new girl in the meeting. And she's like, I don't have time to do it. He's like, why? It only took me 4 weeks. You got 6. You know what I mean? I loved it. I was like, he's right. He did it in 4 weeks. You got 6 weeks. You got plenty of time, and you'll get bonus points too.
That's right.
So,
I got just one other thing off of what Terry said earlier. A lot of places stepped back in 2020 and 2021 And because of, starting with Andy and then you guys, our leadership, we grew a lot. And I said this the other day, and I told her, and I'll say it again. That was just the beginning, though. 2022, I feel like that's that new wave. This already started. It's coming, and it's going to hit. And all of us, we're taking off. So that's what I am fired up about next year already.
Yeah, and it's funny because you were sitting there talking about the trip when we went to Foresters up to Canada, and I was talking to Rojas. I think it was earlier this week, and he said it was just cool watching. He's like, I can't remember exactly. He could probably clean it up because I'm going to have you go next, Brian. But he was talking about how he saw my income grow from like 40,000 to like 80,000, and all that came from a conversation at dinner in Toronto, Canada, with Andy Albright. Like I was sitting there having dinner with Andy and asked him a question, and the one thing, how he answered that question is like the key thing that doubled my income. And it was just because I was in Toronto. I asked the question, and I did his answer, and it basically took my income from 40,000 a month to 80,000 a month. One thing. So if I didn't make that trip to Canada, I probably wouldn't have. I definitely would have been sitting next to Andy at dinner. I would not have been able to ask that one question, and who knows if I ever would have asked it any other time. So
I saw the biggest change in Jerry with our business after he came back from Canada. I think that's when we just pretty much put everything that we had gone through in the past behind us. And Jerry that's when he took off. So, and it just shows you getting around those people and, being able to ask those questions. It just changes your whole perspective for everything.
So, well, cool. Well, thanks for sharing, guys. Super proud of you guys. Super excited to go to Alaska cruise with you guys. And I'm glad, Jerry, you got motivation there. So if you ever slack off one year not to make the trips now, you got someone there. I don't have to yell at you. I just call Cassie and say, hey, what's going on?
Voluntary. I don't play.
Hey, who do you know out here in San Diego, Cassie? Because Terry was warning me earlier about that. When people out here.
Yeah, no, I was watching on my phone and I heard you guys.
Hey, her mom's whole family's out there.
Yeah. My uncle is actually.
I told you don't want to mess with that redhead.
My uncle is actually one of the top police officers out there. So
I'm leaving San Diego today, so I'm good.
Hey, bro,
I'm out of here today.
Basically, to translate, what she is saying is, I can make you disappear, and there will be no story.
Oh gosh. So, all right, we got Crystalline joining us now too. What's up? All right. So great job, guys. Appreciate you guys jumping on. All right, Rojas's. You guys have been on a few trips. We got a feed in our office. Like when you first come in the door, there's a TV and it shows some of the clips, the Alliance clips, and one of them's you guys talking in Paris, making your first trip in Paris, and you guys being interviewed there. I see it and it's kind of weird. It's like almost every single time I walk in the door, that one comes on. So it's like queued up. Like when I come in, I see you guys on that TV talking about it. But
Nice.
Same type things, kind of super fired up about you guys. I know you guys have been to Paris. I know you guys make all the trips, but could you kind of share a little bit about the same type stuff, that kind of like what Jerry and Cassie were just talking about?
So it's crazy. And I co-sign everything that my friends are saying here. You are the people that you surround yourself with. I mean, I think it was Andy Albright saying, you hang around 5 drug dealers, you will become the 6th. And the same token, if you hang around 5 millionaires, you will become the 6th. And when he said that, man, it struck me because I remember me having a self-limiting belief that just because I was my skin color, just because I was chub, just because I was too tall,
Spanish.
I didn't deserve. Yeah, I didn't deserve it, or it wasn't for me, or I couldn't sit in the table. And I remember Marvin Osuna on a TWC saying something about that he didn't believe that he deserved to be eating in the table as those big guys. And I remember when he, when Tawny Carey told him, Marvin, you are nuts. Like the seat's already open for you. We've been waiting for you to sit down. And that hit me, bro. That allowed me to believe that I can do it too. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just like, all it takes is one word. All it takes is something that somebody says to annihilate that self-limiting belief that we all have at some point in our lives. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so grateful that because of people like you, Andy, and because of people like Terry and Jerry and Mike Hartley, we have been growing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not the same man that I was 4 years ago, bro. I'm just not. And it's that old saying that we have in the Alliance, a rising tide raises all ships.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like 2020, for what could have been a curse for so many people, I saw us getting tighter. Like we would call each other. Like I would get calls from Jake and Bell Krause. I would call Megan Wood. Megan Wood would call me back. Terry Edwards. I mean, it was just like insane camaraderie, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that hasn't stopped. And dude, we made it to Thailand. You know, we wanted to go to Phuket and Chiang Mai. We made it to both. And then they tell us, you can't go out and paint with elephants. I was like, oh, hell no. Like, y'all know my wife's a painter, right? Like, I tricked myself to go paint with those damn elephants. That was the whole point of the trip. And then we made it to Canada, and Canada closed their borders for the Foresters contest. And I'm like, all right now, like, y'all messing with me. And then we were supposed to go to Alaska, and that didn't happen. I'm like, but when we hit Aruba, oh, hell broke loose in Aruba, bro. We was acting wild in Aruba. I mean, we didn't get too, we didn't care.
We were running that place.
From the moment we got into the airport, everybody was asking us, who are y'all with? What gang are y'all with? And we started repping that NAA. You know what I mean? Like, we was acting a fool, all of us.
We was even convincing people to become citizens of the United States to be part of our team.
I mean, Andy Albright was wearing purple shorts, y'all. Oh my God. It was just fun, man, getting around. But where it's really at, honestly, guys, is on the extension. I mean, good job getting on the trips. Good job on that. But what you guys really want to do is get on the extensions. You get this VIP treatment. Let me tell y'all something about the Renaissance Hotel in Aruba. First thing I see is a big OR with my name on it. That big OR when you first walk in. I'm like, that's right. That's the way you do it. Rojas, baby. You see these beautiful waterfalls when you're first walking in.
It's huge.
And
mural.
this, like, you take 15 steps in, you see a big old mural. I mean, it's just, they did all that for us, Andy.
As you're going up the escalator just to check in, this hits you all in the face before you even check in.
I mean, it's just nuts, bro. You know, they received my wife with a big old mural. They received me with a big old R trying to boost my ego. Like, we walk in there, bro. They give us hand sanitizers. They take us up to our room. Our luggage is already there. And we get this amazing view overlooking the beach, like the ocean. It's just, bro, you guys have to hit for the extension. I mean, dude, we got to go onto this ferry that takes us to a private island, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go into this ferry that takes us into the private island. And once you get there, there's like a couple flamingos in there, and you got these private cabanas. You go into these cabanas, bro, and everything's laid out for you. You got your champagne, you got all your fruits, you got all your drinks, you got like mineral or seltzer water in there. You got
your last name stamped in the sand.
It was just nuts.
It was awesome.
You know what I mean? And if you need something like service, all you got to do is press a button. Somebody comes to you. You ain't got to walk nowhere. The only place you got to walk is into the ocean, baby.
They brought us chicken wings.
You know what I mean? And then here's a cool memory right here. Brent Swindell was teaching me how to surf, bro.
Oh, that's right.
Like, who does that? A top producer with the Alliance teaching Brian Rojas how to surf. I mean, you know, talking with Megan Wood for 2 full days, the conversation led up to showing me that I can do the same thing that she does, bro. Mm-hmm. The problem is I'm scared. Mm-mm. And she helps me get past my fear. You see what I'm saying? It's Thank you, Jake Joseph. I got a picture from the R, like I'll show you in a second, but it's those type of conversations that make me a different person. It's those type of conversations, like these guys would love to sit down with everybody. These guys would love to go on the ride along with you privately anytime, but they just ain't got the time. They got to do what they got to do. And it's in these streets where you take advantage of these people and ask them questions and build deeper relationships. Like I got to know Terry and Tia Edward a lot more than I knew them. You know what I mean? And it's just special, man. It's just special. And all the rewards you get from it, like then deposits that they gave us, that little bonus that they gave us. Boom, yeah.
We didn't even realize it where it was from at first. We were just like,
I ain't gonna tell nobody.
We just got to drop.
The Alliance made a mistake. I ain't gonna tell nobody.
Oh, by the way, that's
hey, baby, we got a little bit more chum for them drinks. You know what I mean? Order what you want.
that's right.
Hey, how about this? When you go to the carriers, they got that money. They got that free money. I mean, guys, it's just fun. Join us. You belong. You belong. You are worth it. I don't care what you look like. I don't care if you're missing 2 or 3 teeth. You belong. Come out here with us. Have some fun. Make a difference. Let's go for it.
Our first night, our first day there, we barely even know what's going on yet. And we're already walking on the beach barefoot. We had this white party, this all white affair party. And don't you know, I painted up these heels to look all fancy and cute. What's the first thing I had to do? Take the heels off because we were all walking barefoot on the beach. So we were just walking around, you know, drinking, sipping on, getting to know each other. That was the first night. Night 2, day 2, we were already on UTVs, just driving all crazy through the mountain, going up and down, going through cactus, seeing blue lizards all over the place. That was day 2. Then we had a
blue
mural.
Lizards, bro.
Crazy blue lizards with spots all over them. It was super cool. Then we had a mural tour. So I'm a muralist. I paint, and I got to look at these huge murals on buildings with a huge group not a huge group, but it was a nice little exclusive private group. So we got to get all the 411 on all the murals and kind of like hear the history behind it. And that was day 2. Then we got to go horseback riding. Horseback riding through the mountains was hilarious. Olga, Terry, Jason Mathis, Stephanie, Michelle. It was so much fun.
Hey, Terry, Olga's horse looked so dumb. Olga's horse tongue stuck out like this right here. Every time he would walk, it was the funniest thing, bro. I mean, it's just fun, dude. It's just nuts.
We had a blast.
Hey,
We had a blast. And the thing that Brian didn't even want to know anything about this company at first. So when I first learned about this opportunity, I was like, babe, we need to go check this out. This sounds awesome. He was like, man, I ain't going to that. Man, that's too good. I was like, man, we ain't got nothing to lose. We need to go check this out. Day 1, that first meeting, we're like, oh, hell no. We don't gotta, how does it go? We get to belong before we know how to behave. I'm in. I'm all in. I'm all in. And it's just been uphill since then. It's been a blast.
It's there for everybody, Andy. It's there for everybody.
I forgot she was your upline.
That's right. My fine, sexy upline.
Better act like you heard.
Hey, only you'll get this, Brian, but when she was looking at those murals in Aruba, was she riding a bike or walking?
She was walking.
Stop it. Why you gotta go there, Andy? Why you gotta go there?
Oh, man, that was nuts.
Yeah, no, we were on foot, thank God.
I'm super proud of you guys. It's cool hearing these stories. Every time I hear stuff, you say stuff, it reminds me of stuff that I've gone with Andy and stuff like kind of like what I said with Jerry with being in Toronto and doubling my income off that one conversation. I remember being on Andy's and an extension in Cabo San Lucas and being on his balcony, just hanging out with him and him teaching me something else there. And I forgot about that until you just talked about the extensions and the stuff, doing that stuff. So just all these stories of all the places we go and the things that come out of them and how much fun we have. You know, one of the things Andy told me years and years ago is he's like, basically, to have a full life, he goes, you need to spend every single moment either making money, having fun, or spending time with family. And it's kind of like everything I hear you guys talking about is we're making money, having fun, and spending time with family on these trips and everything where we go. And it's just, it's cool watching you guys grow. It's cool watching you guys make these trips and all these kind of things. So I'm just super proud of both of you. So
thank you, bro. Thank you for your help as well, bro, because you had a lot to do with it, man. I mean, and we wouldn't be where we're at right now if it wasn't for you and the mindset that you share with me all the time, bro. And I know Crystalline appreciates that, but me, dude, you've made a difference in my world. You know, you, Mike, Andy. It's just thank you guys, because this is all I've been looking for my whole life. Like, you know, somebody to mentor me. You know what I'm saying, through life, bro. And so it's special. It's special to me, bro. And I appreciate you, especially watching you grow, watching you move the way you move. I mean, right now you are in San Diego, dude. You know, you're creating separation for all of us. And so that's special to me, bro. So thank you for doing what you do. And thank you, Andy, for doing what he does. And so, yeah, man, we're grateful, bro.
Super proud of you guys. Great job. All right. We'll go to your other upline since your first upline just talked. But Big Mike. Mike, I know you've been all over the place. I remember one of Mike's famous things, Terry, is he likes to say, wakey, wakey. And I know where he gets that from. It's from a cruise we went on. Every morning we went to breakfast, the guy on the boat would say, wakey, wakey. And then Mike, I remember he said it as Rojas's alarm clock once. He did an audio in a Rojas's alarm clock, says, wakey, wakey. And he got it from, I can't remember what cruise it was, Mike, but it was one of those cruises we were on. And you used to say, you said wakey, wakey for like 5 years. And I was like, dude, I'm sick of this wakey, wakey stuff. But if you could, the same thing, Mike, just talk about some of these trips and why it's so, like, what would you, just tell some of the stories of the wakey, wakey stuff and stuff to motivate these guys for the last 6 weeks of the year to make it to, because it's going to be another cruise in Alaska. We may have that same guy saying wakey, wakey on there. You got to go meet him.
Bro, I think that was my first trip where we're on the Silver Seas.
Oh, okay.
I think. And you had room. Every one of us, your first trip is always the coolest. Okay. And, but all these, after a while, they all blend together. It's the experiences that separate it. Like I remember we were on one trip, and Riddle, you were at the dinner table. We were having lunch or something, and I forgot what trip it was. And a chicken pecked at your leg, and you jumped off the table, and you were crazy. And I don't remember if that was Greece, if it was Italy. I don't even know. But all I know is the experience.
That was Cuz's fault. Cuz set that up. He threw that.
Cuz was sitting with us. You remember that?
I think it was in Greece, but that freaked me out.
Yeah, it did. I could tell. I'd never seen you jump so high. I didn't even see you jump higher than that than you did basketball. So, but yeah, it was, the experiences are second to none. And to think, just to think, just for a second, you came here just to make $500, and look at the experiences you get, like Rojas and Stephanie and Colin going to Aruba, experiencing all that, going ATVing, Mia scuba diving underwater and watching the walrus here go underwater with her, and having dinner out on the beaches. We had a sunset dinner out there in Aruba, and the only thing that makes it better is to have your people with you, because that's what shares the experience. I remember, see, here's something, and it was nothing, but it's everything. We were sitting in the pool, Paul Roberts, Brandon Beal, and Terry Edwards, and we must have sat there, and I was standing waist deep in water, and we just talked. What did we talk about? Everything and nothing. And we walked away, and you knew each one of those people better, and I got a sunburn from it. And because I didn't realize how hot it was, I said, "Hey, I feel a little crispy here." Walked away feeling a little red, but you know, you can't explain. It's like describing what a banana tastes like. These trips, I could tell you all about the trips, but unless you experience it, you won't know. You want to fight for the trips. We've been on so many trips. We've been across the world. We've been in Steamboat Springs. Terry and I went to Toronto, and he and I roomed together. I don't know if you remember that, Terry. We were at Forrester's.
how would I ever forget seeing you in your underwear?
I was going to say
that was a traumatic experience. Like PTSD. Oh my gosh.
I remember Terry telling me he had to go to counseling for a while after that trip.
We got these man. I tell you, you get around the people, and you all think it's work. It ain't work to have fun. It ain't work to have fun. And I'm just so proud of the team and of this team, not just of the youngest team in the alliance, but the whole Riddle team, because together we are growing. And it's second to none. I didn't think it would be this much fun, and I'm having fun, and I'm having more fun, and I'm having more fun. And I want to thank Andy Riddle for putting up with all my nonsense. I could say something else, but it's PG here. So, because and he looks past it sometimes, most of the time, and he works with you. So hats off to you, Riddle, and you, Terry, Rojas, Burbage, all of you, Michelle, Stephanie. I'm watching everybody. They're not the same people as when we came on board. Is that a good thing? Oh yeah, I'm happier. I'm happier, and it's a testimony to the team and to Andy Albright for having a vision big enough to include all of us, bro.
I think you need a new keyboard.
Why?
Because I could hear you beating it up just a second ago.
That was me just pounding on that table. I mean, I was just getting excited, man. I mean, I was just thinking about me being in Toronto with Terry. That was exciting. And
I was just thinking about your keyboard.
Listen, wait a minute, Mike. You act like we did something over there.
Tia just turned her camera off because she didn't want to be part of this conversation.
Y'all are too much.
Not at all.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, the trips! I'm telling you guys, and then you're there with a scoreboard, and you're saying, "Well, which one was better? Was it Aruba? Oh, was it Paris? Was it the Greek Isles? Was it Banff, Canada? Was it Steamboat Springs? I mean, just go through the list. Which cruise was it? Was it Hawaii? Was it Fiji? Which one? And you want to fight for these, and you want to fight to get around the people. Like, I'm so proud of what Brian just said about him talking to people, socializing and having fun, but learning. And
I have a picture in my office from that Toronto trip. We're in the Blue Jays box.
Yeah.
Was standing up there with the stadium behind us and stuff. It's on my wall in my office. Brian was talking about Blue Lizard.
Blue Jays picture on my wall. I want one of the Blue Jay pictures.
Brian was talking about blue lizards. In Fiji, there's blue starfish.
Yeah.
Whoever saw a blue starfish before? People go to Fiji. So
yeah, and then and you've got all kind of pictures. Some of the pictures I don't wish to discuss.
I got it from when Terry stayed with you. He sent them to me.
But yeah, the trips are worth it. And, you know, were some people a little not real happy about losing time? Well, I don't care. I was more happy about going to Aruba. How's that sound? And it's getting around everybody. And seeing the people you haven't seen for a while. The West Coast. Yeah, how often do I get to see the West Coast? Yeah.
So Beal was telling me last night he's peeling. He got sunburn and he was peeling. Now I know where it was when he was in the pool with you.
Yes, it was Paul Roberts, Terry, and myself. We were just sitting there chatting.
He told me, he goes, he's never had sunburn before and he's never peeled before. I was like, dude, welcome to my world. I step out in the sun and I have that every day. I was like, good God. So
fair skin. I mean, Jesus, you go at the dinner table, you probably get a sunburn.
Hey, this lamp right here is too bright for my skin.
Yeah, probably like greenhouse effect. But
well, cool, man. I'm super proud of you. I'm super excited for your guys going on these trips, and you qualifying, but taking your guys with you too. It's super fun hanging out with all you guys and doing that. So now I get to turn it over to Terry and Tia. Terry and Tia, same type stuff. If you can leave some of your stories with Mike out of Toronto, that's okay. But you know, other than that, kind of just we traveled all over the world, had so much fun together and stuff. Could you kind of just share some of the stuff? And I was just looking at the leaderboard. You got a bunch of guys that are going to be making this trip, like Cheryl Morrissey there, Beth Ireland's right there, Kathy Hepburn's right there. I mean, you got a bunch of guys in this last 6 weeks that there's no reason they shouldn't all make it. So, but motivate them to go do it, will you?
That is good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all.
Go ahead on, Tia. Tell them. Light them up.
Cassie and Crystalline, thank y'all so much for joining. God knows, I'm like, y'all are not going to leave me up here with all these men.
Girl, we got you. We got you.
God, I know. Well, good morning. Thank you, Andy, for having us on the call. But yes, that's what we're so excited about. Like having Miss Cheryl, this is going to be her first trip. And having Kathy, this is going to be her first trip. It was Jacob's, Mia's boyfriend's first trip with us in Aruba. That's what we get so fired up about. Like, I think this is like our 9th trip since we've been with the Alliance the past 6 years. I remember being a part of a traveling club before being here, and we used to travel. We used to have fun. But the crazy thing is we had to pay for those trips. We had to pay for our flights. We had to pay for where we were going to stay at. We had to take our own baggage to our rooms. We did not get no spending money. We did not get nightly gifts. Hello. I mean, on these trips, y'all, we get gifts every single night. Now, this trip, I love all the gifts that Alliance always and the carriers always give us every single night. That's one thing I look forward to. And so on this trip, we actually got 2 gift cards apiece. Like the hotel, the room, where we were staying at, they had like a boutique /store. And so we actually got gift cards. Terry never saw the gift cards. And then like at the farewell dinner, the first half of the trip, they gave out gift cards and our name was pulled. So we got 2 more gift cards. I actually have on the Dreamer. This is one of the sweaters that came out. I didn't even know we was going to be talking about the trip. I just jumped on the call because you was hosting it, Andy. But the trips are amazing. One thing that I took away, I always take something away from these trips. It's building the relationships that, you know, we get to build deeper relationships with the people that's on these trips. I was sitting with Tony Carey at the same time. I think Terry was over there with Mike Hartlip and all of them. And me and Tony was just sitting there talking. And one thing I took away from her, it was that don't always expect from people, but give to others what you want in return. So if I want love, I need to give more love. If I want respect, I need to give more respect to others. And so that's one thing that I am working every single day on, giving what I want in return. And then another thing that I look forward to on these trips, I know I got to hurry up. Andy and Jane, y'all, like they host dinners, lunches, breakfast, all that good stuff. I always want to have the best dinner with Andy and Jane. I want them to say, I know they're going to say everybody's dinner was the best. I know you're going to say that, Jane. But when Terry and Tia go to dinner with y'all, we want y'all to really have a fun, exciting experience. I'm over here hitting my table like Mike, okay? Because I promise you, that's one of my goals on the trip. And so on this trip, y'all, we had on this dinner, it was, of course, Andy and Jane, me and Terry, Ashley and Brandon. That was one of my goals on this trip, was actually to have some type of meal with Ashley and Brandon so that we can build a deeper relationship with them. And then we had Mike and the crazy Noelle Leventovich at dinner. Normally it's like the men and we sitting in our little couples, sitting, we was like, heck with it. Forget it. Me and y'all get over there. Women, we on this other half of the table. We all have the women, we have nicknames that we cannot share publicly at all. But it's just a beautiful thing to be with another set of your family that you get to create memories with, that you do love, that you do appreciate, that you're going to always have something that you're going to come off these trips with. And I know we was on Riddle's call a few weeks ago after we came from Aruba. I know it may be, I know this may be boring or even exciting to some people that have not been on the trips yet. I I am fired up that in 2023, when Andy Riddle or Andy Albright, one of the leaders, we're hosting the call, and we get to have the new people. We get to have Miss Cheryl up here. We get to have Kathy up here talking about in 2022, actually, talking about their experience in Alaska or wherever we may be going. That's what I'm more so excited about. So, Andy, once again, thank you for this call, having us up here. Terry.
You know, Tia, I was talking to corporate the other day, and they told me on the survey from the trip, Terry put on the survey, one of the negative comments was he didn't get a gift one night. And now we know why he didn't get a gift that one night, the gift card night. So we uncovered that one negative comment, Terry, that we didn't get a gift.
She took all the gift cards, and she took me to Louis Vuitton, and she took me to Gucci. And none of those Gucci experiences or Louis Vuitton experiences made her top list. I am mad.
Oh, but there, you know.
Don't try to do it now. Backtracking now, no. But man, like Riddle, man, like to see my wife this excited about life in general is amazing. When I first got started, we have a lot of kids. We have 4 kids. We've been married for over 20 years. But we've been together since 1994. And we come from very humble beginnings. So for me, the ability to just work and earn a vacation that I can go on, yeah, we go with a bunch of people, but at night, it's just me and her. No children. You know what I'm saying? Like, the shuttling kids around, the sacrifices of letting me go out and do what I do, and she take care of the home front. Not only just take care of the home front, but come in the office, recruiting, building relationships. Like, to me, that's the least I could do was to earn the trip to give her a break. Then we used to go on the trips, and we used to do window shopping. Because she was like, Terry, we need to dream bigger. And I didn't want to go window shopping because I feel like a failure if I can't buy nothing and not worry about it. But now just the consistent work of never missing a trip, and your income just continues to grow as you earn these trips. And then I remember going to Paris and hearing the stories about Paul and Tamara and Kelly and a couple of other people going to the Louis Vuitton store in Paris, and they made purchases. In the back of my mind, I want to do that for my wife too. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, the next trip, I'm going to make that dumb thing happen. And this is the thing about the trips and everything. There's a concept called master in the art of living. And this is what it says. The master in the art of living makes little distinction between his work and his play, his labor and his leisure, his mind and his body, his information and his recreation, his love and his religion. He hardly knows which is which. He simply pursues his vision of excellence at whatever he does, leaving others to decide whether he is working or playing. To him, he's always doing both. This is the alliance. We work hard, but our work is tied into our life mission. Why do we exist? Prosperity. We're going to make a whole lot of money. We are all too intelligent, too gifted. We're in America to be poor. We have no excuse. So we believe in prosperity. We believe in inspiration. I have been inspired by this team at a level that I didn't know existed, but I'm still not done yet. the inspiration. So now we pay the inspiration forward by recruiting more people and giving our life to them to help them win an all expense paid vacation. So and eternity. It's not just about the money. It's not just about the fun. But at the end of the day, what we do for the least of them, we do for him. It's about eternity. And our relationships, the relationships are solidified, relationships are deepened on these trips. So yes, we got 6 weeks until December 31. Some people may be saying, Riddle, I ain't got a shot to win this trip. Well, Brandon Bill said he did it in 4, so you can do it in 6. But this is what I want you to do, is just to try. To try really, really hard over the next couple of weeks. I'm working really, really hard on tying up the extension, because this is what the world makes us feel bad when we fail. You remember when we was in school, and if you made a 70%, they made you feel like a dummy. They used to send us to the trailer with the special reading kids. But the only failure is your failure not to try. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of success. So even if you try and you don't get the qualification, you still made a lot of money. You got a story to say, I gave it my all, and there is value and honor in giving it your all. So over the next 6 weeks, my wife is tapping her shoulders, telling me to shut up. So over the next 6 weeks, let's just really, really try hard to run as fast as we can, help as many as we can, because how we end 2021 is how we begin 2022. The question is, do you want to be walking? Do you want to be jogging? Or do you want to be sprinting? Now, I can't sprint in real life very far, but in business, I'm sprinting, baby. Thank you, Andy Riddle, for your constant encouragement. We appreciate your credit card over in Aruba. Manzo did an excellent job taking good care of us.
Amen.
And then this team, guys, I love you guys so much. Brian and Crystalline, we had fun eating pizza and riding in them Jeeps.
Yeah,
Cassie Burbage, the fear of God that I seen in Jerry's eyes on the beach that day, I will never, ever forget it. And we love y'all. We love the struggles that we've seen and watched you guys overcome. Gosh knows I'm so proud of y'all. Big Mike, you see Big Mike, you be around Big Mike when he ain't properly clothed, it'll be something that'll change your life, okay? When you see him without a shirt on, but when you see him in his drawers, oh Lord. I love you, Big Mike. I love your spirit, bro. Like, your age is not determining how much life is left in you. And I appreciate you so much. Love you guys.
Awesome, Terry. And guys, this is absolutely the best part of this company that Andy's put together. And I absolutely love it, because it gives me the opportunity every single day to come to work with guys like this on the call today. And literally, it's the best part of my day. And the thing is, I'm not the best at anything. And these guys all make me better. So from these calls, I'm sure we've proved it this week with doing the 2 calls this week, but just how good the guys on the team have make me better. And it makes me work my ass off to improve every single day, to continue to surround myself with people like this. And when you have people you're surrounded with that are motivated, hungry, skilled, and they work their butt off, and they understand what it is to play to win, and to play to win, to make these trips, and play to win, to do what they want to do for their families and have this kind of stuff, and make everyone around them better in some way. I literally cannot stop. And you literally cannot stop from living this kind of life when you set out to win and work your butt off to do it. So it's a guaranteed path to success. That's why Andy puts these things together the way he does. and surround us with great people like I got on this call with me today, guys. So I recommend for the next 6 weeks, working your butt off to make this trip or wherever you are at in the point thing. Because as Brandon Beal said last night, it only took him 4. You can do it in 6. And go out there and work your butt off, surround yourself with these people, and it will just absolutely I guarantee it will change your life. Thank you again, Andy and Jane, for allowing us to jump on this call this morning and spend some time with this with the Alliance Nation. We don't ever take it lightly for you allowing us to do this. Thank you so much. And great job, guys. I appreciate you guys jumping on with us too. Have a good weekend, guys. Talk to you guys later.
Hey, Riddle, Tia about to run an appointment.
Uh-oh. She's going to be fired up now.
Medicare. Yeah, my first Medicare.
Awesome.
Bye, y'all.
See you guys.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Take care.
Love you.